Hey friends, in this video, I'll just do this little intro because it's probably going to be a lot longer, more than likely be in two parts. I'm going to show you a product that I did purchase. If you like doing your own stuff, it's an inflatable spray booth. I will show you in the video things that I found were lacking a little bit, things that I'm going to change that might give you some ideas, and a few other things, not so much about the product itself, but what I'm going to do to store the product. But like I said, this will probably be in two parts, and here's part one. You will notice that I had a couple of little issues. I do explain what happened and why those issues happened. And then part two, if this is in two parts, I'll get to some issues that I had disassembling. Well, hello my friends. This video is on one of my newest acquisitions. I just purchased an inflatable spray booth. I had this conversation with DIY gang, so Jose, hopefully you see this and you can see what this will actually do. There are different sizes you can buy. I will link to the seller where I bought this. It's on eBay. And what you get, the kit that I bought, a 750 watt blower, a 950 watt blower, and a bunch of accessories, which include patch material, just in case you get a hole, some spikes, so you can actually tie this thing down, as I'm pretty sure you've seen on the news where the bouncy house takes off. You'll see what I mean once it's inflated. Some string, and I think it's 6 of these, and they are sandbags. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this out. After I'm done rolling it out, I will start that timer that you see in the corner there, and we will see how long this takes to inflate. Just so you get an idea. Don't worry, I'll fast forward through that stuff pretty quickly. So, I'll see you back in a second for you. Okay, everything's set up now. It took me maybe 5 minutes. Just a side note, I am using a 30 amp extension cord. I'm on a circuit that doesn't have a lot of stuff on it. A good medium size microwave is 1500 watts. With a 700 watt and a 900 watt, I should be alright. Like I said, 30 amp extension cord, and I'm on a circuit that doesn't have a lot of stuff because I plugged them both into the same cord. Now, what I'm going to do, plug that in, run up there, hit start on the timer, and we'll see how long this takes to fill up. Okay guys, here's a slightly different vantage point. You can see that I had a couple of issues. I will show you what A, I did wrong, since this is the first time I put this up, and B, what I will more than likely do in the future. But, I mean, you can see it's up there. And one of the things I was having issue with is it kept moving on me. So, as you can see right here, where my foot is, there are these little tiny spikes that they do send with it. I put those in the ground to hold it still. That was my first mistake. I will walk around here and I'll show you a couple of my other mistakes. It will get a little noisy, I will warn you that. But, I mean, this is nice and high. I mean, you can see my hand, I'm nowhere near the top. And I do believe my reach is almost 6 foot when I'm stretching my arms out like that. 6 foot, what am I saying? It's almost 7 foot when my arm is up. This is what they call the mixing room. This is a little loud in here. I've got a doorway right here that you can come in and out. My first mistake was, you can seal off the spray area with these. So instead of having the air go through, I was actually bunching it up in this room. That was my first thing I did wrong. Let me get back over here where it's a little quieter. We'll close this door. Alright, now as you can see, I've got air coming through. These are filters. You can see I have filters here. So it can all go through. I mean, it is very, very spacious. Even with my mistakes, it filled up in less than 7 minutes. I think it was 7 minutes and something. Another mistake I did was right here. These zippers right here were down and they allow it to deflate. So when you deflate it, that's how you get all the air out, and unfortunately they were open, so the air was coming out and not filling up. Now, there are my vents. You can control how much air goes in and out. I do like that, and what side it comes in and out of, just in case you're silly enough to park your car near where you paint, and I've been known to do that. You can see this door is fairly, let me back up here so you can actually see it. It is fairly large. Good door to drive into. There's lots of room in there. I should be able to get a car in there or a truck without any issues, which is why I bought this particular size. Now, things that I would change, and I'm going to kill the motors just to make it a little bit quieter. Alright, that is drawing a lot of power. My cord is hot, so I probably will use a separate circuit for each one. You can see it's already starting to collapse pretty quick. But they have these ties here. Now I had this one come off on me, which was another issue. It was half on, half off, which is another reason it didn't inflate as quickly as it did. But again, under 8 minutes and your spray booth is up, that's pretty damn good. I'm also going to fold this up a little bit differently than they had it. And like I said, I'll leave a link to the seller who is on eBay. They have absolutely fantastic customer service. Every question I had, they answered promptly, quickly. And as you can see, it's deflating pretty darn quick, and I don't even have the flaps open. Which may be a concern to you when you're painting if you're afraid that you might lose power. Now I may put a small cage in there made out of PVC pipe just to make sure that if it does deflate, it'll just stop at the pipe, which is something I am thinking of. I do live in Florida, and believe me, power outages do happen. But that lets you see this. I'll turn these on one more time and we'll see how quickly it inflates. Ooh, that is very warm. That I do not like. Actually, what I think I'll do is I will turn off I can't do this with one hand. Alright, now it's just the blower filling up the bag itself. That is not the exhaust. I'll come back this way so you can actually see it going up. You can see in the back it's already up and it's slowly moving up this way. Again, filling up fairly quickly. And if you do want to make it faster, all you have to do is come up to it, put your hand on it, push up, and as you see, that just helped it along because it lets the air fill in. I'm going to grab the center here, do the same thing. Just lift it up like that, grab right here, lift it up, and that helps it along. And the other side's pumping up nicely now because we have no obstructions. Close this up since I don't have the other one running. Another thing I'm probably going to do is, this thing only weighs 70 pounds, but it's big and awkward. Really big and awkward. So I'm probably going to make a little cart for it out of wood with wheels, kind of like a wheelbarrow. And I'll probably show that to you later, but here we go again on the inside. Lots of room. Lots of light, which I am glad of, but again, I mean, you've got all sorts of hangers up there. I think I may put a PVC cage in here so I can hang some lights on it. I think it will need it. I think that'd be a wise idea. I think I'm going to show this video to two people that I follow on YouTube, Vody Vision and DIY Gang. And if you're not subscribed to them, by all means, I suggest you do. They are really, really interesting YouTube, what do you call them? Content creators. DIY Gang does some pretty wild stuff, which is actually, I wrote to him about this, so Jose, I hope you see this, and you see just how quickly and easily this can go up and down, saves you doing it in the garage like I've done before, which is quite a pain. Or worse yet, like I paint my tractor over there outside, but it's a tractor, so I don't really care. Alright my friends, that's it for now. This is Danny D. I will talk to you guys